Today is 6th of July. Market open negative and trade downwards largely throughout the day, down 35 point at 3150. Now over here we have a retracement followed by a weak bounce, and this pivot low was actually broken, and we have a follow through here with a wide range reversal bar. The volume was actually much lower, so that indicates some nervous selling. Our immediate resistance is the previous pivot high here, which is at about 3222. There is no immediate supports. The most significant support here is at 3100. So this break here is a consolidation break on the downside. So this is the generally negative developments, and we see selling in some of the big cap stocks. And with this buy itself, we do expect a throwback, and we'd like to see what happens going forward. Let's take a look at the US market. This is Nasdaq, by far the strongest index. Here we have a very nice, last week itself we have a very nice wide range bar here, and currently this week it trade a doji, which is a pause. Technically this is actually healthy. I'd like to actually wait for it to rest and eventually move upwards. We see similar patterns is S&P 500. Again, we have very nice wide range bar here, followed by a doji. So this is just a temporary pause in the upward move. So January is still considered strong. Now, I mentioned in previous videos that we may even see the 10-year treasury build on the break on the upside, and this is what happens. Now, after this rally, they were just hovering below this trend line here, and we have a break. And right now here we have a slight pullback here. Now, this is in relation perhaps to the minutes of the Federal Reserve, and likely to be actually hawkish going forwards to end of the year. So that actually caused some jittery in the markets. In the process, the 10-year treasury will actually strengthen. So generally, high yields is not positive for the equity market. Let's take a look at some of the stock we'll be discussing. Very obvious one is Semco industry. Now, I mentioned before that this is a terminal phase, and we see a very severe sell down, and followed by a very strong bounce, but kind of shy of this high here. Today, the opening gap is a sign of extreme weakness. The high volume support is actually at this level here, so it's actually still currently trading above that. But usually, after a strong move like this, we do expect it to consolidate sideways with wild swing. So we just need some patience for it to digest the recent run. We see also selling in Keppel Corp. So again, notice over here we have a weak bounce, and today we trade a wide range reversal bar. But because actually this is a significant support level, so I'd like to see what happens. If we continue to move downwards, then perhaps we look for a throwback to look for a setup to short. Otherwise, it is not at this point in time advisable to short near a support level. SIA. This gap has already damaged the charts. Again, going forwards, it may actually trade sideways. Maybe an attempt to close this gap, but it's actually not tradable. It may well form a very big consolidation patterns. Now remember the previous consolidation pattern last month, and the fact that we have a deep retracement is probably take some time for the chart to repair. SI Engineering appear to be a better bet at this point in time. It's approaching this resistance, but if you notice, despite the weak market itself, it trade a low volume bar. So again, we'd like to see what happens. We'd like to look for it to eventually take this high here, 250, decisively on increased volume. Just be mindful of this resistance here at about 252. Yangzijiang. Very nice run up here, a bit overextended, so it's consolidating. So the daylight is quite huge. If it can continue to move sideways, that will be positive. And eventually, wait for it to take out this high here of 151. This is Dynamic. There was this attempt breakout followed by pullback. So far, the last 3 bar volume is low. This is a small deeper setup. Bar high here is at 40 cents. Let's discuss stock CSE Global. Over here we have a break. Notice over here we do have a resistance here, alright, and also a gap resistance here, and it actually tested this level, and currently actually we experience pullback. Notice, despite the white bar, the volume is extremely low. Again, more likely the stocks will trade sideways, attempt to close out the daylight, and eventually you'd like to see it take out this high here, which is 415. LHN. Now this stocks, after a period of consolidations, made this break on the upside. Today trade at inside bar with lower volume. I'd like to see the stock take out this high here. Bar one high here is actually 395. Food Empire. This stock is consolidating. Despite the weak market sentiments, is considered as much stronger. It's holding up very well. Again, look for a decisive break above this high here of 107. Just take note of this prior high here, 113.